BeTerrific, official coverage of CES 2017.
I've got Frankie here. Frankie, what a great name. Are you from Jersey, Frankie?
No.
That's like a Jersey name or a Vegas
It is.
name.
An Italian name, right?
It's a good Italian
Yeah,
name.
that's right.
You're from SureCall. I'm excited about this because, you know, there are a lot of places, whether you have Verizon, Sprint, AT&T, T-Mobile, that in today's day and age,
Yeah.
or Boost,
That's right.
that in today's day and age, Jason really wants to save those dollars.
Metro PCS.
That's right. That's
Straight talk,
Cricket. Why not?
H2O, go for it.
Yeah.
But all those piggyback on the other services anyway.
Sure.
So really, if you name the 4 carriers, you've got it covered. If you're on any of the carriers at all, though, you can experience outages. You can have places where you go where there isn't good cell service. Even in an environment like this, we might not have the best cell service. And so that's where you step in with SureCall. And in the past, it's been clunky, not from you, what the cell phone companies have given you has been clunky.
Sure.
It hasn't worked so well, it's hard to set up, and you can really only use it in the environment that you set it up in. You have to type in your address, the whole deal. But you have solutions that are easy and affordable.
We do. And it's great to be here, Michael. So we have solutions that boost signal.
You. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
By the way, welcome to Las Vegas.
It is beautiful.
Yeah,
I
this is
love
the Bellagio behind us.
it. Ah, very nice. So we have solutions that can boost cell phone signal for all carriers, like you mentioned, anywhere from a small room all the way up to hundreds of thousands of square feet.
Really?
Yes. So what we're introducing here at CES is the latest innovation from SureCall, is the SureCall Flare. And so this is perfect for those instances when you're in your home or in your small business and you have to run outside just to make a phone call.
Sure.
We used to have to run inside to answer the phone. Now it's changed, right? Now we're running outside to answer our phone because the signal is weak. That can be because of distance from the cell phone tower, or just the dense construction, the energy efficient materials that are being used now in new construction.
Now, does this help everybody's phone, or is this only going to help my phone and Jason's phone if we have it set up here? Can I dial it into our phones, or am I opening to everybody?
Well, the beautiful thing about it, there's no programming, and all the phones within range will be able to experience the boost of signal.
That's very nice of me if I did that. But yes, I get it, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a great system. There's just an external antenna. The way it works is the external antenna captures that signal from the outside, brings it in through a little coax cable down to the base unit amplifier, and it rebroadcasts all those signals further inside.
So I got to put that antenna on the roof or something.
On the roof, in an attic, outside on the wall, on the chimney, somewhere where you have enough
I've got a spot
signal.
right here. Will it work? Now, here's the question. Because the antenna's on the roof, I don't really have to worry so much about RF and microwave and realistically, those radio waves, radiation getting into me, right?
No, that's right. This has about the same amount of power as your cell phone.
Okay.
So it's not any more power, and they're all approved by the FCC and all the carriers for use.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is for several hundred square feet, and this is for, this is for several hundred square feet, this is for several hundred thousand.
Well, this is a tandem. This is actually work in conjunction with each other and can boost up to 2,500 square feet.
Wow, 2,500 square
That's right.
feet.
That's
Wow.
right. Because
It's like a typical house there.
Yeah, exactly. The typical standard size home,
Right.
small office.
Yeah, outside of New York, New Jersey.
Right.
Yeah, that's a mansion up there, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think there is one obvious question that jumps out at me as soon as I see a product like this, and that is that in the last couple of years, all the cell phone carriers have started to add Wi-Fi calling to their packages. People are starting to learn about it. I know people that don't even know what Wi-Fi calling is, but certainly anyone who's a techie who's going to be looking at this product is probably aware of Wi-Fi calling. How are they is that technology a competitor to what you guys do? Where does that sort of fall into the space?
Sure, that's a good question. And Wi-Fi calling has come up on the spectrum for us now. But what happens is a lot of times there's capacity issues with Wi-Fi. How often are we in our homes and we're streaming and somebody else is, and oh my gosh, I turned off my Wi-Fi so I can go back on LTE so I can actually do something on my data, because it's just a capacity issue. So voice over Wi-Fi isn't quite there yet, but good news is we have boosters that also boost cellular and Wi-Fi simultaneously.
Well, and
so
the
we
problem,
solve both problems at the same time.
That's wonderful. The problem I have with Wi-Fi calling is the handoff isn't great yet, and it's still not amazing. However, it's been helpful in certain circumstances for sure. So how much does this setup cost? And then you got to add the antenna, I imagine, too.
So right, so this is everything you would need except for the coax cable, and this is $399.
Okay. Oh, this is the antenna.
antenna's in your hand, Mike.
This is the antenna. That's right.
This is nice looking. I thought it was going to be some like metal rod with rabbit ears and the whole.
Don't we have another vendor coming on later that sells something similar to that?
We do?
I'll tell you later.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's next week.
I think he's thinking of the AVN show.
That's right.
Yeah,
next week or whenever that is.
They used to be, the AVN and CES used to be together.
Right.
Then they, separated.
That's
but
right.
there's some lingering things still when it's super high tech.
Right.
Yeah, his mind was, wow, Jason. Do you ever think of anything else?
Just holding it and
This is
waving
an antenna.
it around.
For God's sake, it's an antenna.
I told
Well,
you
I
it's the
thought it was
antenna.
like a range extender.
It is.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so it's
So
good
back
thing I'm
to
wearing
the
makeup.
price.
You can't see that
Back
I'm
to
red in the
price.
face.
Back to the price.
okay.
What does it cost?
So it's $399 and basically includes everything you need to bring that signal inside your home or office.
Right. So obviously it makes a lot of sense for both a home and office. Now, can you go to the cell phone company and say, hey, look, I'm not getting good service in my house. I could switch to another carrier, or I could you could knock off $200 on my bill and I'll buy this thing for $400. Go halfway with me.
Yeah.
And, hey, then maybe I'll stay with you guys because I like you everywhere except for in my home.
Sure. Well, the good news is that all the carriers have approved us for use on their networks. They realize that there's an issue with signals penetrating inside of buildings. So they may not offer our boosters per se, but they know there's a valid need for it. So that may not be successful, and that's why we are offered all through retail and online sales.
I think you got to know somebody in the store, you get them to give you a discount, like
That's
on your
right.
bill. That's what they'll do. They'll hit
Yeah.
you like a discount.
How do you mount that antenna?
So several different options. It comes with a couple of different brackets to where you can put it on like a regular J-pipe like you would on like a satellite sits on. You can mount it flush to the soffit. You can mount it flush to a 2x4 in your attic. So pretty easy.
And I would assume for obvious reasons it's weatherproof.
It is. It is. Weatherproof antenna.
For obvious reasons, yes. So, and you don't have to go up there like the old TVs and adjust it or do this.
No, you
or-
don't. This is omnidirectional, so it's receiving signals from all directions.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to develop this product?
So this was about 1.5 years. This is the first product on the market that integrated the inside antenna with the amplifier. It's the best design on the market for performance because the internal antenna is directly above. It's vertical in here. And that produces the best performance because it creates an isolation zone between that and the board. So you're going to get the best performance of any booster on the market.
Is there an issue where you put this unit in your home?
You want to put it where you want to see the most improved coverage. So if you're going to spend most of your time in your living room and your work office den, you want to put it in that location. If it's your bedroom or your money chair where you're making all your calls, you want to have it generally in that area. So just depending, centrally located is best.
Very cool, very cool. And is it international or it only works here? Because I got Janny in Finland, Paul Dixon in the UK. I don't know where Atticus is. He's in our Slack chat, and I want to say hello. And of course, we've got a lot of new Terrifics in the Slack chat, including Byron. So, I don't know. I just figured we'd give him a shout out. But I know that some of them are in the US and some of them are, we have a lot of viewers.
Sure.
They're all over the world. Does this work anywhere other than the U.S.?
So right now it's North America
Yeah.
and some Central and South America. Nothing overseas international quite yet.
Okay, but it will work in Canada.
Yes.
We can go play hockey and use them.
Absolutely.
It's not really mobile. I could technically take this, put this outside my hotel room somehow and run the cable, but you're not going to do it.
Right. Most
Yeah.
likely it's a fixed application.
And this has to be outdoors. I can't stick this in here, right?
Right. You want to stick it, or if you have an attic, you just want to make sure that these two are at least 30 feet separated. And then you get plenty of good signal, good performance.
What's the reason why it doesn't work in Europe right now? Is it just an approval thing?
Different frequencies.
Different frequencies.
So different frequencies. The U.S. has certain frequency bands they use. Europe has different ones. And there are some approvals and different things like that come into it, but different technology.
Very nice. I like it. It's SureCall.
That's right. The SureCall Flare.
SureCall Flare. The company's SureCall, and he's Frankie.
That's
Where
right.
do we
Thank
get
you,
it?
Frankie.
Thank you very much.
Where do we get it?
You can you'll be able to get it on Amazon, your favorite online resellers, Radio Shack coming soon, as well as SureCall.com
Excellent.
to learn more.
Very nice. You can check Frankie out on our second screen if you want more of Frankie. That's on our Facebook Live page, and he's going to tell you all about what he thinks of CES and a whole lot more on our second screen experience. It is the Live View Facebook Live video booth. And we'll be back with a whole lot more. Your live continuing coverage of CES 2017 right after this. Stay with us.
BeTerrific, official coverage of CES 2017.